Hello.
Hola.
First, congratulate Jessy for her role as Karen in Falling Skies. I really loved it.
Okay, thank you.
And my question is like in the Frankenstein episode, trying to get back to life Regina's boyfriend and all that, we were presented to like another world because Frankenstein isn't like one of the classic fairy tales in like more serious and all that. So if they decided to include all the characters that are not fairy tales but they are from classic novels and all that, what character would you like to be?
What character would I like to be that's kind of classic fairy tale novel like Frankenstein?
For example, that they kind of, this rumor that Mary Poppins is confused and I cannot see Keegan as Mary Poppins, kind of like the Blue Fairy and Mary Poppins.
Right. No. I mean, we could see you as Mary Poppins.
I like to be Dick Van Dyke.
Mary Poppins is the Blue Fairy.
So what would I like as my like alternative character almost? Kind of?
Yes.
On Once Upon a Time or in general?
In general.
Because now that you say Mary Poppins, I love the penguin dance. And jumping from rooftop to rooftop.
I think she should do the penguin dance, don't you?
She's only on the day with Mary.
The chimney. That's so good. The chimney. Now that you bring up Mary Poppins, wow. That's a hard question. I don't know. No, I think I am interpreting it not exactly as you're asking. But because you bring up Frankenstein, so I think then all of a sudden I'm in Frankenstein's world, and I'm seeing that you're saying he's bringing people to life. So who would I want to be brought as?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, Ferris Bueller. Ferris Bueller.
Espero que salga la pregunta de antes que se apague.
Bueller. I would go with Cinderella. I would stick with Cinderella for this. Is that okay? Can I stick with Cinderella? I mean, she was my favorite growing up. I loved her. I loved Anastasia. I loved Mulan. So I'm gonna stick with Cinderella. Who I want to be is Cinderella. So I'm good on that one.
I like to be Daniel Day-Lewis from Last of the Mohicans.
I want to be like Helena Bonham Carter in Fight Club.
Alright, Daniel Day-Lewis, and There Will Be Blood. I'd like to just be Daniel Day-Lewis. Just him, the greatest actor in the world. I like to just look, he quit acting. He quit acting and became a cobbler in Italy. And Martin Scorsese tracked him down for Gangs in New York. He was making shoes, for God's sakes. The greatest actor in the world, making shoes. I bet he was making bang-up shoes. I would have worn those shoes. I wish I was wearing them right now. Anyway.
I'd stick with Cinderella.
Anyways, long story short, Cinderella.
Kate Blanchett in Elizabeth.
Kate Blanchett, done.
Hi.
Daniel Day-Lewis, Kate Blanchett.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you.
Somewhat. It answered a question. I apologize.
We go on tangents. You're welcome.
There's more. Let's let
I was a little confused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
I have sorry for my English. First of all, I have two questions. One for David. Don't you think you are the only doctor in Storybrooke? Because you are gynecologist, you work to
Get your
the
medical
side,
Dr. Whale.
you back people to life. You are the only doctor, you do all the work.
Well, Dr. Hopper.
It seems like that. Oh yeah, I guess Archie, but he's a brain doctor.
Is there a vet?
Yeah, it seems like Dr. Whale is the only doctor in town, right? But I've heard there have been hospital scenes in the show, and I wasn't a part of it. So what's that about? Talking to you, Keegan.
Girl.
And what was the second part? Do I bring bad people?
I mean, you have different specialties in medicine. You do all.
He doesn't know.
Yes.
He's the Walmart of doctors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Wall.
One-stop shop is Dr. That's terrible. So terrible, it's the best.
The second question is for you. Would like to know the story behind Blue Fairy? Yeah! Say something to the writers.
Yeah, they just, they're like, she's the most powerful in all the land. Nothing. So, yeah, I would really love to know. And I have this, belief somewhere in my core that says they're saving it. And, somewhere along the line, all someone's gonna be like, and she's evil. That would be really cool.
Yeah, you are powerful. You do dominate over the other fairies, don't you?
Supposedly.
Well, you did with Tink.
Yeah, and they said the whole real Gorn thing, right? It was Bay. Right. She's the most powerful in the whole land.
We're wearing dresses. That is so unfair.
Hey!
These are the worst chairs.
It's so much better down here, guys. So much better. And you're with the people. I'm looking at you. I can see you. Come with me. Join me. I wish this Q&A would go on for another 2 hours. See how fidgety
We need sangria.
I don't even know what it was up there. She's my sandcastles.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I would like to know very much. And I hope that they will let us know. Thank you.
Do you have something for Jessy? Because Jessy wants to
That's
answer.
for me. Yeah.
Yes.
I want to know more of Cinderella's.
You know what? I don't get told these things until you guys get told these things almost. So I'm never allowed to tell you if I am in more. But Cinderella came around towards the beginning, and she definitely had more of a happy ending than everyone else. So.
Really
If I cheat so much to the writers, do you think
If you do a tweet revolution, I will jump on that bandwagon. What is that? Well, she just asked if she tweeted a lot to the producers, and I said, if you do a tweet revolution, we will see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would
But tweet the opposite of what you really want, because if they hear you say it, they won't do it.
It would be so lovely to put Cinderella back in, but right now we do have Frozen coming up, and we had the Green Witch and so many things coming up that it's understandable that to add Cinderella back in is more like the Wonderland story time. And when we can see her, we do. So if she's in the cafe window just being like, hey guys, we get to see her. So Cinderella hopefully will return with more of a storyline, but if not, it's for great reasons of new characters coming in.
In many sci-fi series, what is would you like to follow this, participating in sci-fi series, or would you like to change completely and participate in another kind of TV shows?
Really, I always have really loved comedy. It's just, I don't always get those. I love that, but I love complicated women. I love women who are a little off, and I don't care what genre that is in. Like when Miss walked in a big hotel, there was something about her that wasn't quite right, and I just love that. I love making their stories and figuring out why people are the way that they are. So really, I just welcome the opportunity always to create characters as complicated as I can. That's what I go after. I don't really care where it comes from, and sort of the more complicated they are, the happier I am.
Okay, and I don't know if this has happened in the show, because I didn't see the last season. Because I've seen in other TV shows that they are making one episode as a musical. What songs do you think that should be included in this musical?
Once Upon a Time?
Yes. Right.
Yeah, it would be great if it were. It would be all original.
Did I lose her, show her disdain? Why does she run from me? So into the woods, so into the woods. Why would you into the woods?
Let it go! Riding bikes around the hall. Well, there's Sleeping Beauty. There's
Canta bien,
They go out in the forest, she puts her little cloak on. The prince comes and she runs away.
I can show you the world. Take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways, and under. He's so excited. Don't you dare close your eyes! Why would you ever close your eyes? You're flying on the freaking carpet.
We had to add Lion King to this.
Serene, ¿ves? ¿Qué? Ya
It can't be all original because everyone in there would have to,
Look down, look down, look him in the eye. Look down, look there, you wear a different shade. Before you lay a little mom, I'm changing like a slave again. Listen to me, there's something I must do. What? This woman leaves behind a suffering child. There is none but me who can intercede. In mercy's name, 3 days are all I need.
We don't need an episode. That's all we need.
I need to go pee so bad, you guys.
That was amazing. I'm so happy right now.
Someone record that?
Yeah.
Hold this whole thing. Post it. We'll watch it.
¿Te ha preguntado que si lo estaba grabando?
Not me.
Ahí no, lo estaba grabando.
Okay, the last 2 questions. Let them both go.
First of all, that was awesome. My question is, in the 3rd season, the personality of your Regina was changing and she was good. In the last episode, the wife of Robin come back. So, are you gonna expect to Regina's personality in the 4th season?
I need to be completely honest and let you know that I have not seen the last couple episodes.
I
have not, because I've been waiting to be able to watch them in order as opposed to completely. Yeah, so I'm silent.
Out of the question.
I am out of the question because I actually don't know where that is. So you just spoiler alerted me.
Oh my God, sorry.
I'm just saying. No, it's fine, but I'm just I can't, I have no comments on that.
There's something about Regina returning to her former personality. What happened? Because I'm with Jessy.
You know what? Here's what I think. When Regina is nice, this is just me personally speaking, not Keegan from the show, just regular old Keegan. I think that's boring. I love like evil, badass Regina.
Yeah.
When Regina like yeah, I don't love her. I'm gonna be so good for Henry. No. I enjoy all. That's Regina I want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
really.
what would you rather see?
So this is what am I evil? Does that make me an evil Rigo? Is that this? Somebody? There's 2. Yeah. More. There's more. Either that or they like Ozzy Osbourne. I'm not sure. She's fantastic.
Okay.
So blue. Is there a blue? John in English. Sorry. Well, the other person is what Regina loves. Is the goodest or the badass or Regina.
I didn't see any of the stuff with Rebecca and Rebecca Mayer, who was wonderful as the Green Witch, right? Yeah. How was that stuff with her and Lana? Like her stuff?
Sister thing.
The sister?
Is that Eric Romano?
I guess it's not worth watching.
Thank you.
Hi guys. Hi. Daily, I've seen the trailer for I Zombies, but you're not in it, so I want to know what the characters are about.
Yeah, I'm not the trailer. I'm a sweet surprise. But
That you just ruined for you.
I'm a big part of it. You'll see.
I've read that script.
I'm the bad guy. She
read the
I
script.
read the script, and it's a fantastic show. I'm so excited to watch it. I'm a fan of Rob Thomas. I'm a fan of this show. And his character is completely influential in it. So the fact that he's not in the trailer doesn't mean he's not a core part
I'm
of it.
the big bad guy.
He's just not
Big
as
bad.
exciting.
There's gonna be a few bad people, but I'm the biggest.
He's the big bad wolf.
The bad.
I know me.
It's gonna be fun. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna be scared. You're gonna do a lot of things.
It's touching. It's touching. I'm not even on the show, and I'm like, it's amazing.
What am I saying? Anyway, it's good. We're excited to go to work. We start the second episode August 18th. And we never look back.
Just very quickly, Keegan, you are on Supernatural, and the people on that show are known for their pranks, for pranking people. So were you pranked in any way, or?
I should say, no, I didn't get pranked so much, but Jared,
Jared does fart. He's a big farter. No guy, big farts.
no, he's a big guy. Jensen didn't know that.
That is Jared.
Jared, no, Jared on Supernatural. Hi, stay with us.
Jensen Ackles.
I guess they all do. Let's rewind. No, Jared Padalecki, all right? All right, so he has 2 keys. Let's let him go. He has 11. Tell the kid. No, so I didn't get pranked, but I did. Because they're like, oh no.
Camera work. Give it up for the camera. Give it up. Give it up.
No, it was the last one. Era la última. So, guys, thank you very much. Thank you.